Hello there, everybody. It's Mrs. Nichols, and today I'm going to be reading a story to you. This one is by Camille Andros, and it's called Charlotte the Scientist is Squished. And I know we have permission to read this. Thank you, Ms. Andros. So let's get started. Oh, I need my glasses. All right, one thing I notice, take a look at this. Scientific method. We use this in class, don't we? Also in our classroom, we have a big poster of Albert Einstein. Looks like Charlotte has one of Bunny Einstein, something like that. Let's take a look at this. Charlotte was a serious scientist. Protective glasses, a lab coat, and a magnifying glass were her essential equipment, plus a clipboard for important notes. Charlotte solved problems by conducting experiments that followed the scientific method. And Charlotte did have a problem. She was squished. She was squished at the table. She was squished in the tub. And sometimes she was even squished on the toilet. It had become impossible to conduct her experiments. Her test tubes were taken, her beakers got broken, and her specimens were spoiled. Charlotte needed some space. Time to use the scientific method. Step 1. You all know this one. Ask a question. And here's Charlotte's question. How can I get some space around here? Step 2. You know it. Form a hypothesis. Hers is, if I can get rid of my brothers and sisters, I will have room to be a real scientist. Step 3. Test it out. Conduct an experiment. She tried the experiment to make everyone disappear, but it didn't work. She tried another experiment to make herself disappear. That didn't work either. If she was going to get some space, she was going to have to go there. Look, it's a carrot rocket. I love it. Ta-da! Step 4. Now this is what we call collecting data. Here she says, make and record observation. Charlotte was no longer squished at the table. She was no longer squished in the tub. And Charlotte could take as long as she wanted on the toilet. Space was splendid. Look, she's collecting her data. Finally! Step 5, draw a conclusion. Well, we call it reporting our results after we took a look at our data. She had all the room she needed to conduct very important experiments, using her protective glasses, lab coat, and magnifying glass. Her test tubes were tidy, her beakers looked brilliant, and her specimens were sparkling. Her hypothesis was supported. She finally had room to be a scientist. The only problem was there was no one to talk to at mealtime. No one to blow bubbles with in the tub. And what was Charlotte supposed to do when she ran out of toilet paper? Hello? Space was lonely. We've had some problems with toilet paper lately too, haven't we? Back to step 2. Time to form a new hypothesis. If I can have friends in space, then I won't be lonely and I can be a real scientist. Time for more experiments. Charlotte tried chocolate, but it was too tempting. And the balloons just floated away. And robot bunnies were poor at making conversation. They got ruined in the bathtub and tangled in the toilet paper. Boop. Charlotte missed her family. She even missed being squished. So she tried one last experiment. Oh, what's her experiment? She's going to try coming home? And Charlotte reached a new conclusion. Charlotte didn't need outer space. She just needed her own space. So hopefully you guys have some space at home to do experiments too, and no one takes your test tubes. I hope you liked this story. I really enjoyed reading it to you. Miss you guys, and we'll see you later. Bye.